Hello students, welcome to your channel. Please like, share and subscribe your own channel, School Studies. School Studies is pleased to announce the launch of our educational website, Patel section. After years of hard work and dedication, we are delighted to officially announce the launch. Today we will see a video related to NCERT Solution for Class 10 History, Social Science, Chapter 4, Age of Industrialization. So let's solve textbook exercise. The first question is, explain the following. Women's workers in Britain attacked the spinning jenny. So the answer is James Hargreaves designed the spinning jenny in 1764. This machine speeded up the spinning process and reduced the demand for labor. By the use of this machine, a single worker could turn a number of spindles and spin several threads at a time. Due to this, many weavers would lose employment. The fearful prospect of unemployment drew women workers who depended on hand spinning to attack the new machines. Second, in the 17th century, merchants from towns in Europe began employing peasants and artisans within the village. World trade expanded at a very fast rate during the 17th and 18th centuries. The acquisition of colonies was also responsible for the increase in demand. The producers in the towns failed to produce the required quantity of cloth. The producers could not expand the production in the towns because urban crafts and trade guilds were powerful. These were the associations of producers that restricted the entry of new people into the trade. The rulers granted different guilds the monopoly right to produce and the trade in specific products. Next, explain the following. Third one, the port of Surat declined by the end of the 18th century. The European companies were gaining power by securing a variety of concessions from the local courts. It was very difficult for the Indian merchants and traders to face the competition as most of the European countries had huge resources. Some of the European companies got the monopoly rights to trade. All this resulted in the decline of Surat port by the end of 18th century. In the last years of the 17th century, the gross value of trade that passed through Surat had been 16 million. By the 1740s, it had slumped to 3 million. With the passage of time, Surat and Hooghly decayed, while Bombay, that is Mumbai, and Kolkata grew. Next, the East India Company appointed Gumas to supervise waivers in India. The company tried to eliminate the existing traders and brokers connect with the cloth trade and established more direct control over the waivers. It appointed a paid servant called Gomas to supervise waivers, collect supplies and examine the quality of cloth. Next, write true or false against each statement. At the end of 19th century, 80% of the total workforce in Europe was employed in the technologically advanced industrial sector. False. The international market for the fine textiles was dominated by India till the 18th century. True. The American Civil War resulted in the reductions of cotton exports from India. False. The introduction of the fly settle enabled handloom workers to improve their productivity. True. Next, explain what is meant by proto-industrialization. Even before factories began to appear on the landscape of England and Europe, there was a large-scale industrial production for international market. This was not based on factories. Many historians now refer to this phase of industrialization as proto-industrialization or the precursor to industrialization. During this period, most of the goods were hand manufactured by trained craftspersons for the international market. Why did some industrialists in 19th century Europe prefer hand labor over machines. In the 19th century Europe, some British industrialists preferred hand labor over machines because new technologies and machines were expensive and untested, so the producers and the industrialists were cautious about using them. Machines often broke down, and repairing them was an expensive affair. Poor peasants and migrants moved to cities in large numbers in search of jobs. As a result, there was a large pool of laborers available for cheap labor. In seasons industries where production fluctuated with the season, industrialists usually preferred hand labor, employing workers only for the season when it was needed. The variety of products required in the market could not be produced by the machines available at that time. In the mid 19th century, Britain was instant 500 varieties of hamper and 45 kinds of axes were produced. This required human skill and not mechanical technology. How did East India Company procure regular supplies of cotton and silk textiles from Indian weavers? The East India Company adopted various steps to ensure regular supplies of cotton and silk textile. They established political power to assert a monopoly on the right to trade. The company tried to eliminate the existing traders and brokers connected with the cloth trade and established direct control over the weavers. It appointed paid servants called the gumas to supervise weavers, collect supplies, and examine the quality of cloth. It prevented the company weavers from dealing with other buyers. Once an order was placed, the weavers were given loans to purchase the raw material. Those who took loans had to hand over the cloth they produced to the gomas only. They could not take it to any other trader. They developed a system of management and control that would eliminate competition, control cost, and ensure regular supply of cotton and silk goods. This system forced the sale at a price dictated by the company. By giving the weavers a loan, the company tied the weavers with them. Next, imagine that you have been asked to write an article on an encyclopedia on Britain and the history of cotton. Write your piece using information from the entire chapter. So, the following inventions in the 18th century England are important milestones in the history of cotton. James Hargreaves invented the spinning jenny in 1764. This speeded up spinning work significantly. John Keane invented the flying shuttle in 1769, which speed up the weaving process. Richard Arkwright improved the spinning jenny in 1769 so that it could be run by water power. He called it a water frame. In 1776, Samuel Crompton invented the mule, which combined the advantage of both the water frame and the spinning jenny. In 1785, Edmund Cartwright invented the power loom, which used steam power for both spinning and weaving. Whitney invented the cotton gin in 1793, which solved the problem of removing seeds from cotton fibers. This could separate the seeds from the fibers 300 times faster than by hand. Later on, Arkwright created a complete cotton mill where all the textile manufacturing process could be completed under one roof and management. The use of steam power played a very significant role in running cotton mills. Production of textiles increased in a very short time and with less manual labor. At the beginning of the 19th century, there were near about 321 steam engines in England, out of which 80 were used in cotton textile mills. The East India Company appointed Gomas, the paid servants of the company, to supervise weavers, collect supplies, and judge and inspect the quality of textiles. The Gomas were the link between the East India Company and the weavers. The company arranged loans to the weavers to purchase raw materials for weaving the cloth. Next, why did industrial production in India increase during the First World War? So these are the following reasons. The sorry, the British mills were busy with war production to meet the needs of army. Thus, Manchester's imports from India declined. With the decline of imports, suddenly Indian mills had a vast home market to supply. As the war prolonged, Indian factories were called upon to supply war needs also, such as jute bags, cotton for uniforms for soldiers, tents, leather boots. New factories were set up and the old ones organized multiple shifts during the war years. Indian industries boomed. Overall, the First World War gave a boost to Indian industries. This was chapter 4 of NCERT Solution for Class 10th History. I hope you like my video. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you. Please leave comment, question or doubts in comment section if you have any, or you can drop a mail to us. You will find my email ID at the end of this video. You can also join us on Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, connect us on LinkedIn or tweet us on Twitter. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.